Amazon Darren here, taking a look at this Gator speaker stand case. So it's obviously meant for speaker stands, but I had a bunch of C stands, Century stands used for grip work, for film and video. So I wanted to see if I could find a bag that could easily hold a couple of those, and search ended up with speaker stand cases because they're pretty much the size I needed to hold 3 stands. Now, those of you who are skeptical, yeah, I'm talking about turtle base or C+ stands where the actual base can come off and separate, because otherwise, no, there's no chance it'll fit in this specific case. This one is 58-ish inches long. The tag went somewhere, but anyways, so inside here I got 3 stands. One is a standard Matthews type, and the other 2 are the Impact brands that are a bit taller and heavier and beefier overall. I should mention also that I wouldn't try and put more in this, even though it feels like it can handle it no problem. Stitching feels fine altogether, but it just becomes a bit ungainly to have that much weight in this kind of package. It does not come, there's no option for any sort of shoulder strap. There's no hooks on either side, unfortunately, so it is what it is. The only things I can find that would have a shoulder strap are either much more expensive and purpose-built, or truss stands, which are much bigger, which may even hold a full assembled or non-turtle AC stand, but they're also just much longer and aren't really as suitable. This was also a great price point. This was $25 because I opted for the double zipper 2 compartment over the single zipper 1 compartment, which is only $20, so can't beat the price. So I'll unpack for you what I got in here. So the first modification I did is put some paracord on the 2 zippers so they open up same time. Nice and easy. Now the reason I got the dual compartment, even though the single compartment would allow for, you know, possibly stuffing more in, I like the idea of having some separation, and I plan on just, you know, cutting out the separator if need be, which I did a little bit, which I'll get into. So here we got, that's the regular Matthews base, and here's an Impact base. Here's the second Impact base. Here's one Hollywood arms attached. This one is separate. You can have some of the arms attached if you want. As you can see, this is the standard Matthews stand. I found that keeping some of the stuff loose helps to squeeze it in. Keeping it loose is not ideal for storing, but if you wanted to, you can squeeze it in with stuff tightened down. It just looks like it's stressing the bag a little more than I would prefer, but I'm paranoid. I try and take really good care of my gear, sometimes to extreme extents. And here is one of the Impact stands. I'll show you. It's a little bit taller than the Matthews stand. As you can see, pin to pin. That one's a little bit taller. This one's the taller one with an arm also attached to it. And if you just had the Matthews style stands, which are definitely lighter weight, smaller, the bases take up less space and weight, so maybe you can fit 4 of those in this. I don't know. Again, the weight in just one bag like this, it could be too much. The fabric is pretty nice and thin. Come on close and I'll show you the detail. On the inside, it's got a nice rubberized coating, which I found really helped when I wanted to go ahead and slice into the middle compartments. As you can see, I cut straight through. I just did it pretty neatly all the way to the back. It's got nice multiple levels of stitching, at least 2 stitches on those seams. My one complaint I would say is that the straps do not go all the way around the back. But I do find the stitching here and here does seem to feel very sturdy, and it wouldn't really be a big deal to get some more strapping, which is cheap, and complete the circuit. The other last thing I did to modify it was I was thinking about putting chloroplast, corrugated plastic to line the bottom to help give it some rigidity, but I just happen to have this Zyko coconut water box, which folded up perfectly for that purpose, mainly to make sure that all the poles sticking into the bottom definitely hit the bottom into this, piece of rigid foam I put in the bottom, just so it has something where if you want to stand it up, it's going to hit on the bottom here and not, possibly rip straight through if you hit it down with enough force or damage floors or whatnot. So this little addition here actually works great. So let's go ahead and just pack it all in. Probably not a rentable solution, unless you really don't care about it, don't care if it gets destroyed. But just for having a nice one piece ready to go, that's the bottom, so that's the top. Yeah, so as you can see, putting that one piece on the bottom, I'm feeling the floor shake, but I'm not hearing any hard hits in the ground because I got that nice thick piece of foam and the one piece of cardboard making sure it all gets into the bottom spot. So I think it's very well worth $25. If you don't even want to deal with the modifications I did, just go ahead and get the $20 single compartment one and you'll be a done deal. So Amazon Darren for this Gator speaker stand case, which has been repurposed as a C-stand case. I love reviewing, and if you have a product or service you would like reviewed, get in touch and I will give it the full run-through.